Hey, it's your forward smash spamming, can't DI properly, no Johns, Aegis main, Savi. Everyone knows Mario, Kirby, Samus, and Link. If you don't, I feel bad for you, son, because I got 99 problems and Smash Bros. Ain't one. Wait, what? Poppy Mashiro Sakurai crafted such a unique fighting experience that it coined the term platform fighter. After 5 installments, Sakurai perfected the series. Starting in 1999 on Nintendo 64, Super Smash Bros. Is the blueprint for the series. 2001 on GameCube, Super Smash Bros. Melee laid down the core foundation for future installments. In 2008, Super Smash Bros. Brawl introduced online third-party guest characters or non-Nintendo characters, and Project M, rest in peace King. 2014 on Wii U, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, haha, get it? 4, it's the 4th installment, changed the way Smash approaches guest characters with the start of DLC characters. Last but for sure as hell not least, in 2018, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on Nintendo Switch. If you were to tell me 10 years ago that Minecraft Steve, Mario, Sora, Banjo, Ryu, Pac-Man, Sonic, and a customizable character could throw hands in the same match, I would have said I tapped you and called you a liar. These type of character interactions were only feasible in fan-created games such as Mugen's. Fortnite's the only other game that comes close to pulling off what Ultimate manages to do. Yet Ultimate is more than just cosmetics. To beautifully done stages, outstanding music, unique movesets for almost all characters, a real appreciation for the source material, a massively simplistic combat system but for sure difficult to master, a very unique community that has developed its own terminology that sounds like another language to others. Mashiro Sakurai and his team achieved the impossible and given us a game that's more than just Smash Bros. With the game approaching its 4th year anniversary, no longer receiving battle patches, the DLC is finished, it will not be receiving any new content. It's the final complete form. It's everything that every Smash game wanted to be and more. Let's take a look at why I think this game is more than just Ultimate. Let's set the mood. The year's 2018, Black Panther's dominating the box office. For whatever reason, people are eating Tide Pods for clout. More importantly, during March's Nintendo Direct, after sitting through a pretty mediocre Direct, with the most notable thing being an Octo expansion for Splatoon 2, now we are told one thing will be shown off, and after this point it could be anything. Honestly, I can't put to words to what we got, so I'll just play the clip. Y'all don't understand how hyped I was for this announcement. It was everything I wanted. What the fuck was this trailer? Ominous music. You can faintly hear the Smash theme. A fiery Smash logo. Just the word Super Smash Bros. In the year 2018. What a time to be alive. Now, if you think I'm overhyping this less than a minute reveal, yeah, you're right, because the next trailer was the one that shooketh the world. June of the same year at E3, the trailer we got showed off every single character from all past games coming for the newly titled Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with the release date of December 7th, 2018. Just recently GTA 6 got leaked, so I have no idea how this wasn't leaked, or if it was, it didn't get enough traction for this glorious moment to be ruined for me at least. So far, Sakurai and his team have not disappointed with these trailers. Speaking of leaks and rumors, Smash always has these. As an example, there's the infamous Melee rumor on how to unlock Sonic in Melee. Obviously he wasn't in Melee, yet I still fell for it. Ultimate is no exception to this and has plenty of its own, but I only want to briefly mention one since it's pretty weird. The Grinch or Snapchat leak. Ultimate eventually revealed the Smash banner, a massive banner with every character on it. An image started circulating of the final version of this banner and showed off new characters that had not been announced, like Banjo and Ken, who eventually made it into the game, but others like Mach Rider, Isaac, Gino, and Shadow the Hedgehog that never made the roster, but Shadow and Isaac became assist trophies. So here's the weird part. These images came from a Snapchat story of an unknown artist. Like, who the fuck does it big game leaks through Snapchat? But it gets weirder. The reason it's called the Grinch leak, it has what seems to be promotional images for the upcoming animated movie The Grinch from that year, alongside the Smash banner, pushing its credibility that it could be genuine. This leak I didn't buy as much since, again, if you're gonna fucking leak something, why Snapchat? It has some French language that translates like the fuck Nintendo, which seems too much of a meme to me. But anyways, I thought I'd share that before I move on. Before the December release date, we got plenty of trailers that showed off all the new characters coming to Ultimate. There's the crazy Ridley trailer where Mega Man and Mario both die. Fun fact, Sakurai once said Ridley was too big to be in Smash, but look who hits the big time now. There's a Simon and Richter trailer where again a beloved character dies. Then there's my absolute favorite reveal. You and your homie Diddy are just vibing with some bananas watching TV, then all of a sudden the vibe's thrown off. Y'all look out the window to see a silhouette of a long forgotten villain, but it's only King Dedede messing around. Then bam, the king himself comes aboard. The big green bad King K. Rool is in Smash. His theme Gangplank Galleon is just an absolute banger and something I bump unironically. These reveal trailers are something I genuinely think no other franchise can pull off. It builds so much hype that the anticipation for release is unreal. Luckily, I was one of those people that got to play Ultimate before release during Comic-Con 2018. A group of us were able to play the game. I picked Snake, and won of course. I took pictures of everything Smash related I saw there. Of course, I was one of those people that went to the midnight release of this game. It went straight into the fucking trash. Even to this day, we never got Master Chief. I went to Disneyland the next day, and all I could do was practice pairing and trade mode on the drive up. I wanted my own Evo Moment 37. Smash Ultimate is my favorite opening since Melee. The opening feels like a celebration of what Smash is with tons of nods and recreation of iconic moments. I really do love this opening. It even has words I can sing along with. Colors weave into a spiral of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear the torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. To have any fucking idea what any of the lyrics mean? No, but it's beautiful. Okay, first things first, I think the menus are very similar to Smash 4's menus, but Ultimate just does it better. My point being, the menus feel inviting, well designed, and straight to the point. That's all we really need. Now here's where we start getting to the stuff that makes it more than just Ultimate. Did you know once you go into Vault, go to Sounds, then My Music, you can filter out how often, if never, a song comes on during a match or when you boot up the game. Cool in my opinion. There are a total of 1,068 music tracks within the game that covers over 39 different series, with the other category holding dozens of other series within, so a lot of representation. You can even make your own playlist. I would seriously give you a list of all my favorite tracks from series, but since there's a lot of music, I'll give you my top 5 songs because why not? Big Blue from F-Zero. I feel like I should be headbanging whenever this comes on. Wins during this feel 1,000 times better for how amazing it sounds. Vampire Killer from Castlevania. It starts off with a lot of energy and keeps that shit going through the song. It def makes me feel like a vampire killer. What an amazing remix to a classic song. Mad Monster Mansion from Banjo-Kazooie. What a killer remix to this song. It just adds so much energy to essentially just one big Halloween song. Since I already brought up Gangplank Galleon, it's going to be Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Melody from the game of the same name. The song was a banger from the game, but man, this version just adds things that make it feel angelic. The grand adventure you embark in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is captured very well in this song. I freaking love it.
What is that melody?
It's my freaking ringtone on my phone. It's the Ultimate menu theme. I hum this shit. This song sounds like the way the game feels. Ultimate. 1,000 out of 10. I would make this my theme song if I could. I can't get enough of it. I really do believe that depending on what song is playing, it can really affect the way you play, so choose wisely. Alright, enough about music. Okay, so check it out. This massive, biblically accurate looking alien thing called Galeem shows up one day, and the whole ass roster with voice acting shows up to take this mofo down on a cliff. Then all these master hands who low-key used to be the big bad in past games pull up. My boy Showa gets a sight into the future and sees everyone is gonna die, no doubt. Galeem turns into a black hole and fires away. My boy Link with the mighty Hylian shield is able to deflect a few lasers, but it wasn't enough. Samus stands no chance, Mewtwo and Zelda deflect, but it doesn't work. Pikachu just dies, but here's my problem. Sonic is literally the fastest thing alive, so he should technically be able to outrun this shit. Dies anyways. Literally no one stands a chance. I think the funniest thing is Captain Falcon's like, hold up, let me hop in my whip, dies. Character after character dies against this opponent, but the sound of twinkling, the sound of hope. Kirby on his warp star speeds past so fast that he just vanishes. The planet and the galaxy are consumed, the only things left behind are spirits. Being Sakurai's OC, please don't seal, Kirby survives and crashes in. Here we find out the characters are being used as molds to create puppets that spirits use to control with red evil eyes. Kirby begins the journey of freeing everyone and defeating Galeem. Without spoiling anything, I really think the story mode is worth it. Defaulting with Kirby right away is a good way to teach newcomers the mechanics of the game, as well as the way the spirit system works. In Brawl we had stickers, but Spirits is a perfected version of that. Each spirit has a unique ability, every encounter can vary, adds challenges to fights. As a player, we can also add spirits to ourselves that we unlock throughout the adventure. The map you roam through has places from franchises represented in the roster. Even the ones that aren't represented are with spirits. Not enough Pokemon? Look at spirits. Want even more Fire Emblem characters? Spirits. Astral Chains, Cuphead, Shovel Knight, Resident Evil? Spirits, baby. There's so much to the World of Light, and Spirits is an amazing way to bring countless other characters in franchises for representation in Smash. I genuinely think you should at least beat World of Light Light. The ending of this mode is totally worth it. It's amazing. World of Light pushes that more than just Ultimate agenda I've been talking about. Please play World of Light. Okay, besides Adventure Mode, what else is there to do in Ultimate? Games and More has Training Mode, an actual training stage, practice, making me create a stage that your heart desires. How far can you hit a sandbag and home run contest, mob smash, and take out an onslaught of opponents and see how long you can last. So again, here's what makes the game more than just Ultimate. In past games, basically everyone's classic mode was the same, nothing unique. Ultimate's classic mode does things a lot better. Each character has a more catered experience. As an example, Link's route is called a quest to seal the darkness. You then choose a difficulty from 0 to 5. After each round, the difficulty increases, or if you lose, decreases. Link's classic mode is focused on fighting characters with darkness, such as Dark Pit, Ridley, Bayonetta, Dark Samus, Ganon, and fighting yourself or Dark Link, like from Ocarina of Time. There's also a bonus stage, but they're kinda lame. The classic mode bonus stages have always been lame. Quick speedrun strat, just kill yourself right away, literally walk into the black hole. Since there isn't any punishment for losing here, it's the quickest way to move on. For the last stage, Link faces off with Ganon. Yes, there is a difference. Ganondorf is the humanoid form and Ganon is the beast form. Final results, then credits with a little picture at the end with your rewards, and that's basically classic mode. Each character will face off with different opponents that range with items, no items, opponents starting out huge, no boss battle at the end, bonus stage earlier than later. There are 9 bosses to encounter depending on the character. Most characters only encounter Master Hand, 5 characters having no bosses, or if you're the almighty Sephiroth, you can encounter all of them. Personally, my favorite ones are Giga Bowser, Rathalos, and Ganon. Wait, I almost forgot, you can also play co-op as well. It doesn't add anything really, but it's a welcome addition. There's plenty to do in Ultimate. Before I forget, at the time of recording this video, I'm currently placed 8th in the world for the classic 0.01 with Aegis on speedrun.com. So not to brag, no biggie. Also, can we talk about how gorgeous the classic mode banner is? There's so much life, the art style, the way the characters are posed. It's also dynamic. It's a fucking shame it's not on my wall. Now the main modes people and pro players play, the reason you probably clicked on the video, what makes Ultimate more than just Ultimate. Let's talk 1v1, Fox only, no items, final destination, let's smash. In Ultimate, you choose the rules first, casually items of course, any stage, whatever amount of lives or none, up to 8 fighters, best thing, smash 4 creative. Competitively, unless it's double, it's typically 1v1, 3 stocks, 6 to 8 minutes, no items of course. A stage list that slightly vary from tournament to tournament. Does choosing a stage really matter? Sounds kinda dumb. Okay, since Ultimate doesn't function like a Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, you want to get your opponent into blast zones by inflicting damage. Staged blast zones can vary and have different measurements, so it can be easier to get a KO from the top of one or the side of another. So choosing a stage can have an impact on the outcome at competitive levels of play. Out of the 114 stages, you can turn any stage into Battlefield form or Omega form, giving each stage 3 different forms for 342 unique stages to choose from. There is Squad Strike as well. Reap the King, Project M that did this idea first, but basically each stock or life will be a different character. 3v3 or 5v5, so dies Mario, come back and sleep. I wish this mode is utilized a lot more in general. It's a fun fucking mode. Now the presentation in matches is the best we have ever gotten. The start of matches begin with character portraits clashing each other with a versus. Really hypes you up before the match. During the match, when characters enter a blast zone for a stock boss, this massive light and confetti comes in confirming the death. Then a giant title with a current stock count 3-2 or 2-1. Look at my boy Mflo land this attack on me. The zoom in, the red explosive lights, the camera stays a little too long, the rubbing in my face that leads into a KO and win of the match into a victory animation. It's fucking sick. It just adds to the presentation, making each match feel like we're in a tournament and just one win away from being crowned king. 89 playable characters to choose from. It's honestly a dream come true the way this roster came together. Not to gloat, but I did predict Banjo and Aegis coming to Smash, and I have the receipts to prove it. I was able to participate in the Smash Battle during the Smash 4 era. If you know, you know, so you're welcome for Banjo. It should be obvious what makes this roster more than just Ultimate. It represents so many different series and time periods throughout video game history. The OGs from Game & Watch and Pac-Man from the 1980s, 90s reps like Sonic, Pikachu, Cloud, 2000s to Ike, Shulk, and modern characters like Byleth, Joker, and Aegis. But what makes this roster so special compared to other games? Why is everyone here such a big deal? In past games, characters got the axe and did not make the return for following games. Maybe your favorite got cut, rest in peace my boy Pichu, hadn't been seen since Melee. But that's what makes everyone here huge. There wasn't a need to worry about anyone getting cut and just focus on newcomers. The possibility of what the roster could be was unimaginable. Ultimate introduces Echo Fighters, aka clone characters, or characters that share a very similar moveset. Peach, Daisy, Ryu, Ken, Pit, Dart Pit, Samus, Dark Samus, and something I forgot about, Prom and Roy. This concept has been around since '64, but having an official label in Echo Fighters is a very welcomed update. You can toggle Echo Fighters off and on the roster, so if you do stacked for Echo Fighters in the option settings, the roster will be represented by order of Smash appearance. The original 12 from 64, starting at Mario ending with Luigi, and starting with Ness to Game & Watch for Melee reps, Meta Knight to Wolf for Brawl reps, Villager to Bayonetta for Smash 4 reps, Inkling to Incineroar for Ultimate Newcomers, and Piranha Plant to Sora for DLC. Again, a lot of representation. The control scheme has not changed much since Melee. Notable differences though, if you press X and A or Y and A at the same time, it's a built-in short hop attack. Short hopping has always been difficult for me to do consistently, so I welcome the addition. Again, been around for a while now, perfect shielding or parrying has a better visual and audio indicator. The sound is just, I really don't want to talk about online Smash since, let's be honest, it could and should have been better. It's still really laggy, it works on a peer-to-peer connection, so if the opponent internet sucks or both, the match is going to suck. They took away the ability to taunt online matches. Boo. It's not the worst in the series, I still play online, but I'll take offline over online any day. The best thing online brought was battle arenas or create rooms to play with friends online. Let's not get started on global Smash Power or GSP. To sum it up, it currently takes 11 million GSP for one character. Yes, one character out of 89 to get an Elite Smash. Let's move on. Okay, to push that agenda one last time, what makes it more than just Ultimate? The reveals, the trailers, and the characters we got for DLC. No joke, Piranha Plant being our first DLC character was a surprise and weird. That's what makes Smash so dope. Only Sakurai and his team can come up with a moveset for a fucking plant. Ultimate did 2 DLC waves. I'm gonna focus on a few characters and briefly mention the rest. Fighter Pass 1 had 5 fighters, with Joker Persona 5 being our first major reveal at the Game Awards and absolutely dominating the competitive scene. Shout out the GOAT, the world's best Smash player from Mexico, the best MKLeo. Then during June 2019's Nintendo Direct, it starts with the hero reveal. Holy shit, this trailer is fucking fantastic. Link fighting Martha and Meta Knight, they're going all out for these reveals. Hero represents 4 different iterations of the protagonist of Dragon Quest games. 8 from Dragon Quest 8, Solo from Dragon Quest 4, Edric from Dragon Quest 3, and Luminary from Dragon Quest 11. Officially bringing the Akira Toriyama art style, aka the creator of Dragon Ball, into Smash Bros. Goku for Smash. Towards the end of this direct, and one of the few reasons I want to talk about the DLC characters, you and your homie Diddy and the King are just vibing with some bananas watching a blank TV, then the vibe's thrown off when a golden puzzle piece bounces by. Yo, look out the window to see a silhouette of a long forgotten protagonist, but it's only Duck Hunt missing around. Then the bear and the bird fall in raring to go. King K, Cruel, DK, and Diddy start hyping my mans up, and it's about fucking time. Banjo and Kazooie have finally made it into Smash Bros. This is the reveal that broke me. Banjo represents everything to me. Banjo is my childhood, my love for platformers, my hate for collectathons, my love for Grant Kirkhope and the music he produces, long summer nights trying to beat the game in one sitting. Banjo represents the good old days, and I genuinely couldn't have been happier in that moment. Look how fucking good they look. Banjo-Kazooie finally getting the love they deserve. If you're curious on why they appeared in a similar way King K. Kroll did, the DK, the Diddy, and the King K. Kroll we know and love were created by Rare, not Nintendo. Rare created the Donkey Kong Country series and where these interpretations appeared. Unlike DK and Diddy who stayed with Nintendo, Banjo went with Microsoft when they bought Rare. That's how we got the controversial game Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It's coming full circle and bringing Banjo back to a Nintendo system the way Sephiroth intended. This is also where I thought since Microsoft owned Banjo, it would mean we get Master Chief, but that was hopeful thinking. Not to underplay the rest of Fighter Pass 1, what Banjo was to me, Teru was for many others, and I respect that. Then it ends with Byleth, yeah, another Fire Emblem waifu bait, but MKLeo made this character look really easy. Fighter Pass 2 starts with Min Min, and having Captain Falcon and Kirby eating ramen was pretty cool. Nothing in arms, but a def slow start to the second wave. Min Min for sure has a cool design and interesting playstyle. Then Steve and Alex get revealed from Minecraft. What the fuck, Banjo and Minecraft being the only two non-Japanese IPs in the DLC lineup. So using that Microsoft leverage, we got this instead of Master Chief, and I freaking respect it. Minecraft is a generational defining game, so it makes sense to me. Now the hype for Fighter Pass 2 is insane, so what's next? Okay, so you know Gleam that I mentioned before that takes out the entire roster except for Kirby, the main villain of the story mode of Ultimate, the reason spirits exist in the first place. In this trailer, a portion of the roster is back at it again, fighting this biblically accurate alien. It still don't stand a chance. Again, all hope is lost and Gleam begins to power up to KO everyone. Gleam suddenly stops and begins to split in half with the army and Master Hands evaporating. Then the menacing music starts. If you know, you know. Cloud knows who it is and is like, how many times do I need to teach you this lesson, old man? The most beautiful man in the world, the fallen angel, the man destined to be a god, Sephiroth descends into battle. Man, what a fucking reveal, dude. The main villain the roster's been struggling to take down, Daddy Sephiroth literally one-shots it and says, yo, I'm your opponent now. Go watch the trailer before I rant even longer about it. It's amazing. Speaking of gods or goddesses, for the next DLC character, as someone who spent close to 300 hours playing this game, recently just cried my eyes out over the third installment of this series. It's a big part of my channel. The core crystals on my logo, their stock icons are part of my background and videos. The trailer's animated by the same company that made the game, Monolith Soft. Let's take a look at One Day Pyra Just Disappeared. By the way, this trailer has actual voice acting with the original VAs coming back for this. Rex can't find Pyra. Revisiting old friends and places set in the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 world, Rex finds his queen with the announcement that she's been invited into Smash and blazes into battle. Again, these reveals are so freaking exciting and how beautifully animated they are, and the interactions between characters that would normally never interact. Pyra takes on Link, Zero Suit Samus, and Dark Pit, but gets overwhelmed by them to only have Mythra awaken in the heat of battle. Unlike in XC2, where we mainly play as Rex, who is supported by Pyra and Mythra, Smash takes a different approach and allowing us to switch between them at any moment, with Rex not being playable. This, outside of Banjo, was my hopes and dreams for Smash. At the surface level, Pyra and Mythra look like just another waifu bait and nothing more than just boobs. But in reality, these girls are so much more, with such complicated, charismatic, heartbreaking, and determination to them that it's really hard not to relate. And the overall story of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 changed the way I look at JRPGs and deserved its own video. Also, hear how fucking excited I was for this reveal.
Let's go! Oh, hell yeah!
Am I trying to justify being a simp? Yeah, maybe. We are getting close to the end. The next reveal begins with a man carrying Ganondorf and dropping him over a ledge, just like in Tekken. If you know, you know. Kazuya gets ready for the next battle. He proceeds to do the same thing he did with Ganondorf to Captain Falcon, Pit, Min Min, Marth in a moment of just comedy. Absolutely just bodying the entire roster. I am terrible at Tekken, but just like Terry, I friggin' respect it. Finally, besides Minecraft joining the roster and blowing everyone's mind, the final DLC character was hard to believe. It's owned by Square Enix, but also Disney, and if you know anything about Disney, they're really protected over their IPs, but Poppy Sakurai worked his voodoo magic and probably sold his soul to Disney for this one. To come full circle, just like the original reveal trailer for the game with the Inklings running into a Fire Smash logo, it begins with the entire roster in front of the same thing yet again. As the flames go out, things go dark, everyone turns into statues or trophies, but then a light begins to flicker again. Honestly, the way this looked, I know it would never happen, but it felt like Dark Souls was about to join. Praise the sun. Mario begins to move and head towards the flame, grabs it and throws it, only for a Mickey head to appear attached to his sword, which means the Keyblade opens a keyhole and the angelic music begins to play. Everyone that was stuck as trophies are freed by the light that touches them. Let's just watch from here. Sora is finally here. What a simple, to the point introduction to a beloved character. The reveal ends with Mario and Sora shaking hands with a Fire Smash logo and the entire roster, including DLC behind them, closing out one of the most hyped, emotional, never saw that coming pack of DLC characters ever, officially closing out Smash Ultimate's run. Smash Ultimate is really more than just Ultimate. From its endless amounts of music, virtually countless stages to play on, quality of life improvements, engaging classic modes, an adventure mode that served as a great introduction to the mechanics of the game, a villain that only the creative Kirby could come up with, spirits are a creative way to bring even more representation into Smash without making the roster feel bloated, a roster that represents all time periods of gaming, a DLC lineup that created such unique hype with its reveal trailers that it's hard not to recognize that Sakurai and his team put so much passion into this game that no other game will ever be able to replicate. I didn't even dive into the thriving community, how to unlock character animations, how complex the combat can get, or the Sakurai Presents videos that he did for every single DLC character to show what makes each character unique, the detail, the dedication, the love that was put into representing these characters in the most ideal form in Ultimate. If this is Sakurai's last Smash game, I'm grateful and happy that it's this one. Smash Ultimate is more than just Ultimate, and that's thanks to Sakurai and his team. Yo, I hope you enjoyed me ranting about Ultimate for as long long as I did. I really loved this game. It was hard to put into words what I felt. I've been working on this idea since I first started the channel. Smash has been a major part of my life for a long time now, and being able to see this borderline perfect game come out in my lifetime is unreal. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, click that bell, and leave a like. This has been Savi, and now you know the vibes. Laters!